Mogul Motivation, empowering and inspiring entrepreneurs and dream chasers worldwide, 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur trying to get over that hump. This podcast is for anybody with a dream that wants to go forward and make it happen. This is the last week of 2020. This is the last Wednesday of 2020. And winter has officially, quote unquote, set in here in Chicago. We got a respectable amount of snow yesterday evening, and it's still on the ground today. It's been a long year. It's been a very long year. It's been a tumultuous year. It's been a trying year. It's been a tough year. This year, we got introduced to a new monster that we all must conquer, COVID-19. And COVID has taken a lot of people out. It's taken a lot of businesses out. It's ruined a lot of lives. It ruined a lot of plans. As a result, sometimes COVID didn't take you out directly, but depression did. It amplified depression. It amplified anxiety. It amplified worry. All of these monsters that we already have to conquer as entrepreneurs and dream chasers. Now we have a heightened sense of those monsters, and we have another one that we have to deal with in COVID-19. It sucks. It's very unfortunate, and this is the reality that we live in. You know, as a result of this pandemic, we have to wear masks now. So it used to be you have your phone, your keys, your wallet, and you're good to go. Now you got to have your phone, your keys, your wallet, and a mask just to go places. And sometimes you can't even go to places. So many things have been shut down, have been canceled. This has been a year for the history books, literally. They're going to be talking about this year for a long, long time, and we had to experience it firsthand. Since we had to wear masks to protect ourselves from COVID, I want to talk about a couple things that we have to also do to protect ourselves from other issues, other evil forces of this world. And I'm going to definitely, as always, use myself as an example with these situations. You see, as entrepreneurs and dream chasers, we have to have 3 layers of protection. And this is what I learned this year more than ever in 2020. The first layer is we have to develop a spiritual protection for ourselves. And what that means is the more you grow, the more you succeed, the more you're focused on your goals, whatever that goal is. Doesn't matter if it's business or a personal goal, relationship goal, doesn't matter. Whenever you're focused on a goal, it's going to be people that are going to try to assassinate your character. It's going to be people who are going to try to bring you down. It's going to be people who are going to constantly throw stones at you and hide their hands behind their backs. These people are attacking your spirit, but I truly believe that they're not doing it because they want to. They're doing it because the enemy is using them to do it. Because sometimes the enemy, the negative forces of this world, can only get to you and stop you from achieving your goals, not by hitting you directly, but by coming to you indirectly through other people. So we have to develop a level of spiritual protection to protect ourselves from these people. We have to be aware, and we have to pinpoint when people are attacking us spiritually, are attacking our character, attacking our integrity. These are people that cannot go with you to the next level in your entrepreneurial journey or your dream chasing journey. These are people that cannot go with you into this new season, not just a new year, but a new season. So therefore, you have to do the hard things, which is cut them off. Point blank, period. You have to let them go. It doesn't matter how long you've known them. It doesn't matter if you're related to them. It doesn't matter if they're family. It does not matter. If they're attacking your spirit, if they're attacking your character, your integrity, you have to let them go. And you have to have that discernment and that awareness to know when someone is attacking your spirit. You see, sometimes in my life, I wasn't fully aware of that. I'm going to be 100% honest, but it was people around me that was attacking my spirit, and I didn't even know it until the last minute when it was too late. They are not going into this next season with me. They are not going into this next year with me. They are not going to the next level with me. You have to have a level of spiritual protection as an entrepreneur and a dream chaser. You also have to have a level of emotional protection as an entrepreneur and dream chaser. This includes checking yourself, not getting in your feelings about certain things. And social media is one of the biggest components of this. I talk about this a lot on this podcast. Social media can always trap someone with comparison. You're going to be scrolling down your timeline. You're going to see people doing things that you want to do. You're going to see people doing things that you aspire to do. Now you're going to start to think, oh, maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. It's taking too long. I'm not doing this right. Now you're going to be in your feelings. And before you know it, a good day can turn into a bad day, all because you saw somebody else living a life that seems to be perfect on the outside looking in. Stop comparing yourself to other people's journey. Stop making yourself believe that what they're doing is the right way and what you're doing is the wrong way. You have to develop a sense of emotional protection. Social media is the biggest issue for this because you're going to compare yourself to other people. You're going to see things that's going to disturb you. People who say and post things that you don't agree with, egregious things, obscene things. You're going to see that, and that can disturb your spirit too. So going into this new season, going into this new year, practice limiting your social media intake. And what I mean by that is that doesn't mean you have to stay off social media 100%, but be more precise with your social media intake. If you're going to be on social media, post what you got to post, do what you got to do, and keep it moving. Stay on your page, scroll things that's relevant to your goals, to your journey, whether it's weight loss, whether it's culinary, whether it's entrepreneurship, whatever your goals or your world is, make sure you're attached to things within that world. And even when you're within your world, even when you're studying and scrolling things that's relevant to you, remember, do not compare yourself to these people because you don't know the hell that they had to go through to get to where they are now. You don't know what they had to do. You don't know the struggles. You don't know the inside out and details of their lives. And that's not for you to know. You just need to focus on yourself. If anything, use what you see as motivation. Continued motivation to go harder, to continue to get better, to hone your skills, to get better at your craft. That's what you need to do when you're on social media. A level of emotional protection. Check your feelings. Get out of your feelings. Spiritual protection. Cut off all the negative people that's attacking your spirit, your character, your integrity. Emotional protection. Limit your social media intake and be intentional and purposeful with what you take from social media. And lastly, verbal protection. Now, verbal protection sounds like it goes hand in hand with emotional protection, right? You got to protect yourself from what people say to you. While that's true, I believe we need to protect ourselves from ourselves when it comes to verbal protection. You see, I'm a passionate entrepreneur myself. I'm so passionate. When I get a new idea, when I get a new project in my mind, I gotta run my mouth and I gotta tell people. I gotta tell everybody. I gotta get approval from people. I gotta make myself feel good and let people know that I have this great idea so they can expect it and tell me good things about it. We have to stop doing that. Verbal protection. Keep your mouth shut. Everybody isn't worthy to know your dreams. Everybody doesn't deserve to know your dreams. And sometimes you gotta stop saying things and putting it out into the universe because the enemy, the negative forces of this world, will take that and begin to plot. That goes hand in hand with that spiritual protection. It goes hand in hand with that emotional protection. Verbal protection from yourself. Stop running your mouth. You have a great idea? Cool. You have a business idea? Cool. You want to lose weight? Cool. You want to accomplish this goal? Cool. Stop telling everybody. You don't need to tell everybody. Only tell people that are spiritually aligned with you. Only tell people that's on the same page as you. Only tell your most valuable people, the MVPs in your life. That's it. That's all. Keep it moving. Shut your mouth and get to work. Verbal protection. Stop running your mouth. Stop trying to get approval from people just to make yourself feel good. Stop trying to get attention. Stop trying to get clout. This is something I had to learn throughout my journey, but especially this year. Stop running your mouth, ladies and gentlemen. You see, you want attention because you're human. We're all human. We want attention. We want to feel good. But you got to understand something. When you have genuine intentions, it's going to bring natural attention anyway. You got the great idea. You got the blueprint. You brainstormed on it. Just execute and make it happen. Because once you execute and once you produce results, the attention is going to come. So remain intentional, genuinely intentional with your dreams. You don't need approval from nobody else. You don't need nobody else to tell you, oh, that's a great idea. That's a great story. That's a great workout plan. You don't need that. You want it, but you don't need it. All you need is the drive and the belief in yourself. That's it. These are the 3 layers of protection I truly believe entrepreneurs and dream chasers had to develop, whether we knew it or not this year, but we're definitely going to have to develop it going into next year. Spiritual protection, emotional protection, and verbal protection from ourselves. We have to create an impenetrable fortress of protection. Because these monsters, depression, anxiety, worry, COVID, are going to continue to come after us. They're not going to stop. And guess what? The fortress will be breached at times. Next year, you're going to have moments of depression. Next year, you're going to have moments of anger. Next year, you're going to have moments where you feel like you can't do it. Not because your fortress is weak, but because you're human. But that's why you have to have that discernment and that awareness to realize, you know what? My spiritual protection has been breached. My emotional protection has been breached. My verbal protection has been breached. I have to patch it up. I have to refortify it. And I got to keep moving because I got work to do. I got goals to accomplish. I can't stop. You have to have that awareness. You have this idea. You have this dream for a reason. And it's a tragedy when you allow negative people, when you allow comparison, when you keep telling people your dreams. It's a tragedy when all of these things bring you down and stop you from accomplishing your dreams. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Spiritual protection. Cut off the negative people in your life that attack your character and your integrity. Emotional protection. Stop spending too much time on social media and comparing yourself to others and allowing things that people post to disturb your peace. And verbal protection. Stop telling everybody your goals, everybody your dreams. Just be intentional, execute, and the attention is going to come naturally after the fact. So let's end 2020 on a high note. Regardless of the baggage, of the damage that was caused this year, let's end it on a high note and let's go into 2021 renewed, refreshed, because it's not just a new year, it's a new season for you to build that profitable business, for you to accomplish all of your goals, for you to make things happen. If this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things as always. Number one, please leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you next year.